afternoon. It's quite nice indeed. Just getting all my stuff situated here. I have a ton of equipment. Gotta turn this on, and that should be good. Bear with me, and there we go. Okay, hello. What's up, Adam Jr.? I'm sorry, Adam J.R. Ripley or J. Ripley. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you here on Instagram Live. I also have many of you on YouTube Live as well, TikTok in the house, and also through my podcast networks. We have Spotify podcasters going on as well. You're the man, moving air and keeping cool, says Adam J. Ripley. Thank you so much for the kind words. Stefanization, hello, good seeing you. Felipilo 11, hi as well. Taking a rare work break for Tech2sDay, says Corvo. Thank you so much, fellow engineer Corvo in the Bay Area. Hopefully things are going well with you, and thank you so much for being such a great advocate and supporter of the Bisimoto program. Jesse D92 says, what's up, BC? Hello, sir. I'm here at the headquarters. Team is working away in the rear. Behind me here is the chariot for the week, which is quite nice. It's a 2025 Mazda CX90 Premium Plus with a 3.3-liter turbocharged engine. Make a little north of 280 horsepower, over 330 pound-foot of torque. A joy to drive. And you know what this car told me on the way up here? It gave me an alert to take a break. It literally said on the screen, take a break, because I've been just nonstop. I work at the day here at the shop, go home, do more work at the residence, stay up late at night reading and studying, and then I get a little tired, and this car knew that I was tired and told me to take a break on the way up here. So after we're done with our interaction, I will take a break for sure and do some great things. Thank you, Papa Patriot, for the roses. Appreciate that indeed. I'm making 1,000 horsepower on the dyno, says Adam J. Ripley. Please do share your setup. I love 4-digit power vehicles. That's good. And welcome to a nice warm day in Southern California. We are in the low 80s today, which is quite nice. A pleasant departure from the cold weeks we've had in the past few months here in Southern California. So it's very nice to have a nice, beautiful day. And I also like to thank the team at Mazda USA and also Drive Shop for supplying this beautiful 3-row SUV that's been really a blast to drive. It's petrol-based with an inline-6, which is quite nice. So you have that nice low-end torque and grunt. Has amazing, I think it's a little bit of a hybrid boost setup. And Mazda has this concept, which I talked about earlier on, which is a combination of what you may see from an automotive perspective and driver interacting to be what you would see with a jockey and a horse, or a horse and a rider, where there's this beautiful connection. Mazda's had this driving experience and design language that tries to incorporate driver and automobile into one unit, which is quite nice. And I feel that in this vehicle, the interior is beautiful. For $49,000 SUV that's all-wheel drive with decent power and good mileage, the interior appointments in this thing is absolutely fantastic. So very happy to hear that and to experience this with Mazda. So thank you so much for such a great automobile. Carazone Pics, I see you everywhere. This guy is a talented photographer and concept individual. He is at almost every show in Southern California. No matter where I go, he is there. So thank you so much, Carazone Pics, for your advocacy. Alex Fish says, keep up the amazing work, brother. Thank you so much. Once again, I am not an island, whether it's petrol, EV, or hybrid builds. I am nothing without my team. My team continues to work away over there, and thank you so much for the kind words. And I'm sure the team and I appreciate it significantly. 7.0 is on a 7686 Precision Turbo on a 4180E. I need to get a new custom radiator and intercooler from you. Let me know, Adam J. Ripley. We'll be more than happy to help. One Shan CJ says, how's it going? It is great. It's nice and pleasant here. We're getting projects knocked out here in the shop. Mazda was kind enough to send us a CX90 to experience, and it's a blast to drive. Very comfortable, extremely luxurious, gives you amazing connection, doesn't feel detached from the road at all. It's almost, dare I say, a sports car guised as a CUV or SUV. It's really cool indeed, you know? Jason from YouTube is saying, BC, question for you. Do you trust, I think you say, do you trust slam tire plugs? And if so, how long would you ride on them? I don't. The concept, so what he's talking about is if you have a bit of a puncture in your tire, You can spray in this slime that as you drive, it kind of coats the inside of the tire and has the opportunity to be able to provide a sealing process. I'm really into old school plugs because it has a lot more integrity than the slime, as you can imagine. And if you have a puncture on the sidewall, let's say if I use that car, for example, right there on the side, you definitely don't want to plug or even use slime to puncture that, to seal that puncture as well. You want to replace the tire. So for me, especially as a driver, race car driver and a family man who carries a family around quite a bit, I prefer the physical. You remove the nail, you insert a hard plug that kind of almost vulcanizes itself to the rubber, than just slime. So I hope they have, slimes are very convenient if you're stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but as soon as I get to civilization, I am switching that tire out and or putting a plug in it. Hello, our Fab Garage. Thank you so much for joining us here on Bisimoto Tech Tuesday from YouTube Live. Appreciate you indeed. I got a Mazda CX-90, says Kanjo EF, and it's great. And at 34,000, you can't beat it. I agree. Mazda, they've come a long way. You know, of course, we love the RX derivatives of yore, RX-7s, RX-8s, RX-3s, RX-2s, R100s. We love the rotary stuff. We love the design language. I do. Mazda is a brand that I feel when you close your eyes and you sit inside the vehicle and open your eyes and no one told you what it was. Let's say the steering wheel was completely covered up so you didn't know it was a Mazda. You'll think you're in a six-figure vehicle just by the interior. Their interior design language is absolutely spectacular. I love it so much. Love it, love it, love it. So you can get a lot of car for the money. That Mazda Red is one of the best you can get from a big brand. I agree as well, Isaac Palafox. Can you believe that Jonathan and I were talking about that earlier on when I first came in? That color is the very same red that I placed on one of my race Porsches. It's just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful color indeed. Love it. Isaac Palafox from TikTok gave me my number 3 gifter badge. Thank you so much, Isaac. Appreciate that indeed. Saw the van, bro. That thing's cool as F, says Grabber Leaf. Thank you so much. Are you talking about the original OG Bisimoto minivan from 2013 or the new one that's being worked on that I kind of gave a hint about on April 1st? Let me know which one you mean, but unless it's really good. I have a Mazda. I never understood the hype of Soul Red, but it's a nice LOL. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. The white Mazda 6 is gorgeous. And thanks for the gifter badge as well. Appreciate that. In the sun, that Soul Red has this beautiful just look to it. When the sun hits it, just a pearl, it's gorgeous. Very difficult paint to replicate, by the way, by the aftermarket. Hard to do. Ask me how I know. Yes, the OG, says Grabber Leaf. Thank you so much. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, Stefanosization. Am I saying your name properly? Stefanosization. There you go. I have a question, sir. Does the OEM timing belt Honda B18 is almost as strong as Gates reinforced one? Great question. Strength-wise, the Gates one is a little bit more robust based upon my experience. And I've seen this all across the board, not on the B series, but the F series as well. I did notice that the OEM is quieter. So I've had success with both. I like the OEM stuff a lot, even when racing. So I've had success with both. But in terms of strength, yes, the Gate one has a lot more reinforcement than the factory Honda one you get from the dealership. Polymetal Gray, number 1, just gave me a number 1 gifter badge. Thank you so much for that on TikTok. Hello, Fab Garage on YouTube Live. Appreciate your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How would I go about getting Wiggins fittings for an oil cooler setup? So, Kanjo, you have quite a few outfits have them. Even when I used to buy Wiggins, I used to get from Burn Stainless quite a bit. But as I continue to progress in my exploration, I have now gone to a company called Dime for anything that's fluid-based. When I say like water or oil fluids, when it comes to air and boost, I tend to use the HD clamps from Vibrant. So those are the 2 options I have. Dime for fluids, when it's like more thicker fluids, viscous fluids like water, oil, and so on and so forth. But for my air requirements, where there's an intake for a natural aspirated setup, when I'm doing a very nice cold air, or even when I'm doing boosted applications, all of my connections I tend to use are the robust and quite cost-effective HD clamps from Vibrant. So I hope that helps. Grand Civic CA.ca saying they're going to let me ride in a 2-seater Indy car this Sunday in Long Beach. Have a blast. For those of you who don't know, the Long Beach Grand Prix is happening in the greater LA area this coming weekend, in Long Beach to be particular. An amazing event. If you're close to the tri-state area, please do attend. It's fantastic. I may go by there briefly, maybe on Friday. I just have so much work to do. So it's gonna be a little difficult for me to spend a lot of time there, but nonetheless, do enjoy that Grand Civic CA. And next week on our next Tech Tuesday, please let us know how the experience is, but it should change your life. It should be a blast indeed. Flash from YouTube Live says, hey, what's up, BC? Glad I was able to catch the stream. I'm glad. Sorry for the minute. Sorry for that. But nevertheless, appreciate your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that your first build? Says Shin Schultz. No, it's not. Is that 670 or the CX90? Says number one, which doesn't quite have a proper screen name here. But yes, that is the CX90 2025, 3-row seats, beautiful appointments, heads-up display, lots of power, lots of torque, petrol-based vehicle, very luxurious, extremely sporty, a lot of creature comforts. The Apple Play is flawless in this thing. The sound system is flawless. It's a beautiful car. And on my way here, it told me to take a break because it sensed I was a little bit tired from all the madness from yesterday working into the evening. And didn't sleep quite well last night as well. So this car knew. I don't know if it's for my driving style. I don't know if it monitors my retina and my pupils dilating. I have no idea, but it's really cool. And let me know, take a break. You guys will. Now that I'm here. Let's see here. Nate, MK 7.5. I'll be seeing you soon. Hello, BC, he says. He will be at the upcoming EV Fest in the Orange County area. Looking forward to seeing you there. And lots of factory and also EV conversions at that event. Should be a blast indeed. And I get really excited, guys, about EV events because it really shows that the future of hot rodding is not dead. Whether you love petrol vehicles, EV vehicles, or a combination of two technologies, there's still an opportunity to really personalize these cars and make them your own. I'm surrounded by EVs here. What I'm touching right here is an EV. This blue one's a conversion as well, the beautiful 72. The back end of the Rolls Royce is also electrified as well. And this one has a little bit of hybrid technology, but it's not purely electric. But we still have the ability in today's day and age to be able to customize cars, make it our own, tune them. Same way you tune ignition timing and fuel and VTEC and boost on a petrol car. You can have a lot of fun tuning your EVs using a proper VCU with the torque curves and torque commands and regen and battery pulsing and all that fun stuff. It's still a beautiful place to be. We are in a great time. We have a variety of technologies for mobility and being able to make it our own and have a lot of fun and go fast and race and break records and have a good time in a clean manner, I did. So it's pretty good indeed, you know? Motigan says, good morning, BC. I just ordered a custom MPI manifold, which is cool. What injector should I run? And can you point me in the right direction to wire it in my Motec? Yes. So Motec N, he is a good fellow friend. Gabe is a great guy, fellow enthusiast, has this beautiful Veloster N that my son liked better than mine. How crazy is that? So he has a question around a custom manifold and what injector should you run? Spray pattern is everything in fuel injected systems. Whether you look at direct injection with a high pressure to mimic the best atomization possible, or multi-point injection where you use low pressure, relatively low, 40 to 130 PSI, opposed to almost 1,000 PSI, right? So the spray patterns are key. Earlier injectors that we had in our stock Hondas in the 90s were adequate, but the spray patterns were kind of old school and left a lot to be desired. In other words, when you look at the spray pattern, the droplets of fuel were quite big. And what happens when you have big droplets or globules of fuel going to your combustion chamber, it absorbs heat from the combustion chamber to help atomize better. And that absorption of heat by the fuel droplets impacts how much heat you're creating in a combustion chamber that does work on top of your pistons that moves your car forward. When you have a finer mist of injection of fuel into your combustion chamber, when that mist is stratified better, you make more power. You don't have all this heat being absorbed by the drops of fuel. It's easier to burn. The mixture burns evenly to be able to do more work on the piston top, resulting in better emissions and more power and drivability as well. So that being said, Motec N, what I look for in today modern day injectors are those that are Bosch EV14 or better. EV1 injectors are kind of the older Bosch injectors. I tend to stay away from those. Any Rochesters or Lucas, their spray pattern and their discs are not as nice with atomization. But anything EV14 based or better, those injectors have this nice pentole on the nozzle and the spray pattern is beautiful like a cloud. And I picked up, I'm not exaggerating guys, on a 400 horsepower setup, up to 20 horsepower on just injector change alone based upon how well the fuel atomizes. That's one of the reasons why a lot of earlier carbureted cars, especially side drive Makunis and Webers, made more power than the injection counterparts of the same era because the mist, the cloud, the fuel was atomized better and created a lot more power. You can do the same thing with a better injector. And Motec N, getting EV14, Bosch injector based upon your requirements for CC, whether you're looking at 1,000 cc's, 1,200, 1,300, 1,600, 2,200, use those and you will love them and make a lot of power, which is pretty nice, you know? Flash says very true. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you indeed. The Mazda is very nice, says NAB Visual Design. Needs a chrome delete and slammed. I like how you're thinking. So for those of you who don't know NAB, Nicholas from NAB Visual Design has been a great advocate of my program, a wonderful partner. You look at all the crazy cars I built up recently, he drew those things up. From the, you remember my daily driver, the Honda Prologue? He drew that up, very talented. How about the Bisimoto Plaid, which we just pulled outside a moment ago? He drew that up. You know that beautiful silver 935 with the twin turbos? He drew that. Guy is just talented indeed. And the Honda Odyssey we're working on right now,